What's good, YouTube land? That Word Collector here. And the other day, before watching the amazing Ready Player One, I went and found a couple new Power of the Primes Legends class toys, starting with Beachcomber. So this is the first Beachcomber toy since 2010, at least classic generation style, because there's a Creon, there was a Revenge of the Fallen one, and there was a Universe one. Universe 2010, so yeah. First new mold Beachcomber's had in a while. So, obviously, we've got the figure right here, the alt mode there, Power of the Primes, Legends class, Clase Leyendas, Clase Leyendas, and Clase Legends. I don't know why I do that, I'm just so I can consider myself more of an MGO ripoff, I guess. But Beachcomber, blah 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 blah, logos and things, and there's a nice shot of Beachcomber with a cheeky grin on. Gotta love that artwork. And that same artwork right here, and on the back, some Beachcomber posing, and his bright blue beach buggy alt mode there, showing the Prime Master compatibility. I have to find a Prime Master. But figure, collector card, and instructions. And you get a brief bio. Autobot Geologist uses a scanner to locate resources. It's kind of hilariously appropriate that Beachcomber is the pacifist of the Autobots, but his new toy does not come with a weapon. You know. I'm trying to find another word for that word I wanted to use. It's not ironic, but it's just kind of funny to me. Like, even the Universe 2010 version came with a machine gun you could mount on the top of his beach buggy, but this guy, no. He doesn't get anything. Oh well. We're going to get him open and take a look. So here's Beachcomber. Open up, and in his vehicle mode, and it's nice, I guess. It's very, very simple, I'll say that. So first off, we're going to look at the card, that same piece of artwork, and Prima Beachcomber, a valiant warrior for peace. That sounds kind of ironic, considering he's a pacifist and doesn't want to fight. But here's your instructions. And here he is in his classic style. It rolls well. Definitely rolls well. Painted rims! How often do you see that anymore? Here he is next to Sea Spray. So you can see Titan's Return Sea Spray, just about the size of him. He's a bit bulkier, and in certain places, but he's about the same length. So there's that. You do have quite a bit of gray plastic, unfortunately, but I guess that's kind of the color Hasbro goes to when they don't want to use white, even though I'm pretty sure Beachcomber's color scheme is just, it's either white or gray and blue, so it's kind of hard to screw up, considering there's white right here. So I'm just going to go with, his body is mostly gray. Unpainted headlights, I assume those are the headlights. Gotta love the giant Autobot face right there, the bisected Autobot face, because, spoiler alert, these become the legs. I guess gas cans or something. I don't know what these silver details are, but they're really the only silver on the toy other than, like, well, the rims aren't even silver, they're like pale gray. And you've got these bits of, I don't know, gunmetal gray maybe on the sides of the vehicle. Come to the back. He's got visible head syndrome. It's right there. And on the bottom, it's basically just... he's basically in turtle mode, so to speak. He's... You know in that movie where the guy with the... how do I describe this? The guy's trying to disguise himself, so he's wearing a giant jacket and he tucks his head in between his... or was it a turtleneck sweater? I think it was a turtleneck sweater, but that's kind of what that looks like. And that is, honestly, the only time you get to see this detail right here. Because the robot mode, it closes in. So, yeah, quite a bit of molded in detail that really is no other point. Really, it has no point to have that much detail on it, but it does. And you can kind of see, you can see everything. So for gimmick, being he is the Power of the Primes toy line, he does have the ability to hold a Prime Master. So to do that, you unpeg these bars, this roll bar thing. It pegs in right there. You can move the legs down, but your braking transmission. I'll bring in Micronus. Yeah, Micronus. Because in the packaging, it is literally Micronus in the car. So plug him in. There's actually a like a hole right there, and really nothing else keeping him in there. But just plug the legs in there. Reclose the roll bar. I think it's a roll bar. I think that's what it's called. I'm not good with cars, really. 25 years old and I've never, well, I can't say I've never driven, but I've only ever driven by myself once. And now you have a Prime Master in there, and he actually won't fall out, which is nice. It makes sense for that to be the gimmick instead of something like this. That really doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, this actually makes sense for somebody driving the car, you know. Considering you're on Earth and nobody's allowed to know that they're robots in disguise and like living cars, it does make sense to have somebody driving like that. So yeah. Now we take him out, and we get to robot mode. So fold that up against the back, fold out the legs, split the legs unintentionally. Put that in the back. That will act as a heel spur. Fold the arms out. Fold down the torso. If it will work. Oh, yeah. Let's get all up in there. All up in that detail. And come on, you. What are you doing? What did I do wrong? I'll just ask that. There we go. God damn it, Beachcomber. I know you don't want to fight, but you at least have to become a robot. But there he is, in his teeny little robot mode. Here's a scale for you. If Micronus will actually stand up. There you go. There's scale. Give me a couple seconds. I don't feel like cutting away for this. Or I'm just transform sea spray. I looked up Beachcomber on TF Wiki right before this, and their section on this toy was basically non-existent, other than, oh, it exists and it's gonna be, it still is yet to release in Japan. Like, they literally had no description other than, oh, it exists. Here he is again. Oop, move you out of the way. Here he is again with Sea Spray. Sea Spray is a bit taller in robot mode, because he does the whole two-jointed leg thing as opposed to one joint. Yeah. Detail-wise, I actually do like the look of him. Beachcomber is a really cool-looking robot. He doesn't have much kibble as opposed to... I think you can actually just leave that down like that. And you actually do have a... looks like a pegs right here for... what... oh, okay. Not 5mm pegs, but... kind of looks like you could jam a handgun into there. Head-wise, his head looks pretty cool. Blue head, silver visor. Unfortunately, no paint on the mouth, and he's just kind of like he has no expression at all. He kind of looks like, I don't know what kind of hat he's wearing, but actually, he kind of looks like a judge's wig to me. If you can kind of, I don't know, maybe that's just me. G1 Astro Train also looked like he was wearing a judge's wig in one of his alt modes. Detail kind of looks like he's got gas cans or like air tanks on his chest. Those look really cool. With some, I guess, G1 evocative yellow, black, and orange tampography. Kind of a bit of, I don't know what those details are supposed to be. The red, the orange, and the blue. Yeah, and he's got his Autobot insignia. Now it's upside down and on his legs, so that's a fail. It sacrifices the look in robot mode for the look in vehicle mode, which is unfortunate. I guess you can consider these wheels kibble, but they look cool. He's kind of got, I don't know, knee shurikens maybe, if you can imagine that. And the headlights, yeah, they're more bordering on kibble. But he does actually stand up well because he's got freaking heel spurs. You can do the hinge on them. You can actually put on some wacky shapes. So, speaking of wacky shapes, articulation-wise, what are we looking at? Well, the head, it swivels. It's actually kind of difficult to get it to go 360, but I believe it can go 360 if you can get your fat fingers around that tiny little head of his. Shoulders are on a ball joint. There's quite a bit of bulk right there, but it doesn't get in the way. You can get full outwards. Full range of motion on that ball joint. Very nice. It's a weird black ball joint. So, I don't know how this toy will survive, maybe even given a couple months, but I don't know. Elbow is ball jointed to give you a faux bicep swivel and a 90-degree elbow bend. Kind of due to the nature of this guy and I guess the budget. That's I don't want to ever comment on Hasbro's budget because, you know, I'm not the kind of guy who knows about that stuff, but there is quite a bit of hollowness to the plastic. It doesn't feel weak, it doesn't feel thin. It's not flexible, really. Like, I mean, it's solid plastic, it's just, you know, one would think for $13 Canadian, while this isn't great or terrible, one would hope you could do more with it, you know. Maybe that's just me complaining. His hands are gray and have some nice molding in them with a thumb down fit, like a thumb, but they have zero articulation, which is unfortunate. Waist has nothing due to this whole mess, which is very unfortunate. I kind of wish they could have engineered it so he had a waist and did something interesting like that. you know, did something more, maybe. Because just this is a bit too simple. I can't see you! Nope, I can't see you! He's the world's worst peekaboo player. Because that's kind of terrifying. Hips are on a ball joint. Nice range of motion. You can go the full Van Damme. Although, unfortunately, he can't really stand up doing it. He can only stand up there, but that's still really good. That is actually quite impressive, Beachcomber. Thigh is a mushroom peg, so you get full 360. My camera battery's dying because I haven't charged it in forever. And you get beyond a 90-degree knee bend due to the transformation. So that's good. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any feet, but his legs are at an angle, so he has a really good stance, and he is actually really stable. Like, he just immediately, he does not fall over. So, yeah. Good on you, Beachcomber. If I would give you a grade, it'd be like a B. Bordering on a B+. Because the things I mentioned, the lack of hand articulation, the very simple transformation, although I don't want to harp on the transformation too much, because there are people that really enjoy a simple transformation. Like, you know, I enjoy a simple transformation, but there should be a certain level of complexity, because a transformer is also a puzzle. This is just put his limbs down, fold his legs, extend his torso, you're done. It's literally like, let's go back. So put the legs together, fold out these bits. So that's maybe 2 steps. Fold that out. I'm graciously giving it 3. So 4, 5, 6, and I give it about 7-step transformation. So yeah, very, very simple. Even these won't actually have any trouble. There we go. Oh, and his legs split apart. Great. But yeah, very simple transformation. But still, it's definitely a solid Legends toy. It's not a need. It's not a toy you definitely need, like a must-have. But if you're collecting the classics and skipped out on the Universe version, then yeah, you'll want to pick this up if you're doing the whole collecting all the characters thing. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Until next time, make peace, make love, not war. Oh, and keep it weird.